Hello and welcome to Baba Marta in Veliko Tarnovo. Baba Marta is a traditional holiday celebrated in Bulgaria on the 1st of March. The beginning of March is the beginning of the new natural cycle, and many rituals and celebrations have evolved to mark this time of the year. The mythical character of Baba Marta is depicted as an old lady with a bit of a temper. She lives with her brothers Big Sechko, January, and Little Sechko, February, and sometimes they bully her a little. But from her home up in the mountains, she looks down onto the world, and when she sees something she likes, the sun shines, but when she gets annoyed, there will be snow and hail. Baba Marta appears in many fairy tales. In one of them, Marta comes across a poor man, and the man, not knowing who she is, tells her of his love and respect for Baba Marta. Marta is pleased and tells the poor man to gather thistle all summer, because the following March she will make the weather cold and snowy, and when the rich man comes to ask to buy the thistle to feed his flock of sheep, the poor man must not sell the thistle for money, but give it in exchange for half the rich man's flock, thus putting long-term security before short-term gain. In another story, a young shepherdess decides to take her flock up the mountains. Her father-in-law, who has experienced many winters, tells her not to go. The weather will change, and Baba Marta will send ice and snow. The young shepherdess dismisses the old man's warnings and laughs off Baba Marta's powers. Baba Marta is not pleased. She sends a snowstorm, and the young shepherdess pays with her life for her arrogance. Old fairy tales can be quite harsh because they were used to introduce the next generation to the hardships of life and provide lessons to guide their steps into adulthood. Along Baba Marta there is another tradition. The classic Martenitsa is made by twisting a white and red thread together. Red stands for life, vitality, health and love, and white stands for purity, innocence and joy. Traditionally, they are given with well wishes of good health and success. There are quite a few legends associated with the Martenitsa. According to some sources, the tradition started with the Thracians as part of the spring rituals. The red and white intertwined strings symbolize the natural cycles of death and rebirth. But the most remembered legends are the ones tied into Bulgaria origin story. Khan Asparuh, the founder of the first Bulgarian Empire, left in search of a new home for his people. Time passed and his sister began to worry about the fate of her brother. She ties a piece of white thread to the leg of a swallow, hoping that the bird would reach her beloved brother. The thread bruises the little leg, and by the time the swallow reaches the king, the thread has turned partly red. In another version, Anchinora, Asparuh's wife, ties a red and white thread to a bird, hoping it would take her wishes of health and love to her beloved. In yet another version, Khan Asparuh has reached the plains of the Danube. He wishes to offer thanks and ask for protection to the god Tangra. But Asparuh is missing one of the offerings, a herb that grows in his homeland by the river Volga. A swallow arrives. The herb has been tied to its leg with a white ribbon, a gift from Asparuh's sister. But during the long flight, the bird was injured, and part of the white thread has red stains. Kana Sparrow makes the offerings and keeps the white red thread, believing it would bring him health and happiness. This version is interesting because it tells us where the Bulgari came from and their religion. Tangra is the name of the supreme god in the ancient Turkic, Han, Mongolian, Proto-Bulgarian and Altai religion, which points to the Proto-Bulgari being part of the Huns nomadic tribes. In another version, Khan Kubrat tells his sons that they are strong only when they are united. After the passing of their father, the brothers begin to argue. The Khazars take advantage of the discord and take Khan Kubrat's daughter, Huba, prisoner. Ashina, king of the Khazars, tells the 5 brothers that he will free Huba only if they accept him as a king. The 5 brothers hatch a plan. The oldest, Bayan, will stay behind with Huba. Asparu, Kuber and Altsek will go looking for new land, and once they found it, they would send back a pigeon with a thread tied to its leg. The pigeon, carrying the agreed signal, arrives, and Huba and Bayan flee the court of King Ashina. The Huns chase after them. Huba and Bayan reach the Danube, but they cannot cross. Bayan has been wounded. He gives a white thread stained with his blood to Huba, and she ties it to the pigeon's foot, hoping that it will carry their call for help to their brothers. Asparu appears on the other bank of the river with his soldiers and rescues Bayan and Huba. Asparu takes the blood-stained thread and twists the 2 ends together, as a reminder that the price of discord is blood. Along with the red and white threads, you may see 2 figurines, Pijo and Penda. Hard-working, handsome Pijo falls in love with kind and beautiful Penda. They marry, and their love for each other is so beautiful that the villagers decide to immortalize their union in 2 figurines. In another story, Pijo and Penda are brother and sister. The Baba Marta nourishes back to health. In a darker version from the Rodopi, they are twins who, rather than live without each other, perish in each other's arms, and their final embrace is preserved in the red and white intertwined thread. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, it would be wonderful. I publish this type of videos in English on Tuesdays, Italian on Wednesdays, and Bulgarian on Thursdays. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.